Thanks to those joining me live and to those that'll be joining me on Archive D Style here. If you're listening to Archive, leave a comment, tell me what you think. Take a moment, thumbs up the video. We're going to go back. I've been cracking up to myself to this too long. I have to share it, right? This is great. This is awesome. I mean, I I have to bring it up because before the fight, and I'm talking about the McGregor Mayweather fight, okay? Like, I'll never forget it. I was here trying to be rational and just tell people, look, McGregor's not going to win, okay? If he does anything, it's because he gets carried in the damn fight, and that's what happened, right? But anyway, the arguments, like, I'll never forget them. It's till this day, they take the cake. They just do. They take the cake. Right? Oh man, Eric P says you need to do live streams on YouTube. I am doing a live stream on YouTube. And he added, I watched Bruce Blitz before he made his website. Cool. Maybe you mean make more. Look, this McGregor fans and their arguments before the Mayweather fight, right? Take the cake. Nothing beats these arguments in terms of how ridiculous they were, but also how much they believed it. Now, another thing, there was like this strange phenomenon I remember. Like, only serious boxing fans were really confident that Mayweather was going to win. Everybody else, it seemed like a large portion of the population was believing all the stupid arguments about how McGregor's going to win. A lot of it went because they liked him, and for whatever reason, a lot of people gravitate towards McGregor, right? For whatever reason. We'll have to speak to Vince McMahon about that. He's over with the crowd, whatever. That's not what makes that might put you over in wrestling, but it's not going to help you win fights, right? I'm not here to say that McGregor was a terrible. That's not at all what I'm saying. But he's overrated. I've never seen a guy more overrated than McGregor. Doesn't mean I don't think he's good, but he's overrated as hell, right? You still have people to this day like, oh yeah, a rematch. He'll make adjustments and beat Mayweather. Like, Jesus Christ! In a rematch, he'll like, shut up. The cake. You actually had people tell me, oh no, you don't understand. Mystic Mac has magic. They told me. And I'm not exaggerating. There's people on here that make serious videos, like serious MMA channels that for this specific, like, great at breaking down MMA fights, even boxing fights. But when it came down to this fight, my God, were they off? Oh, no. You guys need to understand, McGregor just finds a way to win. Okay? He believes in himself. Nobody thought he stood a shot against Aldo. And look at what he did. He beat him in 8 seconds. Like, if that matters. Like, if that mattered with him going up against Mayweather. Aldo was the #1 pound for pound. Look at what he did. Yeah, in his sport. Right? And don't give me this bullshit. No one gave him a shot. And that's not what the odds said. You guys forgot what the odds for that fight were? Who are you kidding? Right? I mean, my God, they were delusional. And you actually had people say there's just something about him. He just has this magic in the ring. What does that even mean? He has a magic in the ring, they say. And that's why he's gonna beat Mayweather. Like they would even say things like, I don't know how, I just know. I just have a feeling like he's gonna win. Okay. Oh no, but this style, you don't understand this style. McGregor used to be poor, okay? And look at him now. Like that's not unique in combat sports or even sports in general. It's not unique. Being poor and coming from the bottom, now we're here. All right, is not unique. There's nothing unique about that. Oh, he like, and they say he was on welfare. Like that makes it worse. No, that means that he had a safety net in his country. He was all right. I could be wrong about this, but don't like the Irish have universal health care shit. The dude was fine, right? He was okay. Funniest thing Eddie Alvarez ever said was welfare's for single moms. Okay, this dude was on welfare, but that's a different story. All right, I ain't here to judge. Okay, good. He was European poor. Like he was fine. All right. So anyway, like these they take the cake. Like I'll never forget how mind blown I was seeing so many people believe. Like holy shit. Like belief is a powerful thing, but I don't know if it's a good thing after what I witnessed. Seeing the sea of people. I mean, you have people that never watch boxing telling me, no, that I'm dumb, that I don't know what I'm talking about, that Mayweather's gonna get knocked out. Like, it's, and I was just like what? You have professional boxers saying he's not gonna win. No, they're full of shit. They don't know what they're talking about. They were making like dumb arguments, like oh, boxing is stuck in its ways, and everybody boxes the same, which isn't even true. It's not even true. Oh, Mayweather's not going to know what to do when McGregor is in his karate stance because MMA fighters fight with different angles and different approaches and the oh man, what's the term? I forgot the term. The term slipped my mind. But they were talking about how Mayweather's used to fighting at a certain distance, right? From one fighter. And what's he going to do when McGregor's foot length away? And it's funny because nobody was arguing that boxing stance is not effective in an octagon. Like, nobody argued that, right? But they were arguing that the boxing stance is not going to work in a boxing ring because McGregor's not going to use a boxing stance. I mean, this shit, it was stupid. Right? It was dumb. Oh, he's going to come from angles Mayweather's never seen. Like, okay. Right. And then they're also saying that boxing is so polished. Like, that's a bad thing, right? It's such a polished sport that they're not open to new ideas. Like all I know is that y'all were wrong, right? And they're still out there. Like that's the unbelievable part. They're still out there believing in this guy. They still believe in this dude. They're still saying he's the best in the world. And, nobody could beat him. And he only lost to Khabib because. And then they make all types of excuses. Right? All types of excuses that they make for this dude. It's unbelievable. Oh, no, but see the style. Will you understand about McGregor? Like they would say this, like they would say this like if it was unique to him. McGregor had nothing as a kid. And look at him. He went from nothing to working hard. And he made it all the way to the UFC from nothing. He got some knockout wins. He became world champion, okay? And he came from nothing. What? These were arguments. Like, oh, he used to be on welfare was an argument as to why he's going to beat Mayweather. All right. Let's tell you, the guy that was poor, worked hard in the gym, right? Got his opportunity and won by knockout to become world champion is not a unique story. All right. Not in the world of combat sports, it's not. That's practically every other champion. I'm not saying it's not a beautiful thing and that shouldn't be celebrated, and that's not part of what makes boxing and even MMA special. I'm not saying that, right? But what I'm saying is McGregor is not unique to overcoming those odds, right? Like if you're talking the abstract of an entire population of people, yes. I mean, it's to regular folks, of course. All champions are unique in that sense, right? But as far as unique in that bubble of that is boxing and MMA, it's not. It's not. Maybe to MMA, who for years, celebrated the fact that there were middle class families and did collegiate wrestling, and maybe to them, maybe it's a little more special. But in terms of boxing, being poor is like 99% of fighters out there, right? Very few middle class kids or kids that come from great backgrounds, or I should say great, but financially stable backgrounds are not, inclined to just box, right? Boxing is almost like I'm doing this to survive, like the Manny Pacquiao story. Manny Pacquiao's story is more impressive than McGregor's story. Way more impressive. Manny Pacquiao was fighting at 15 years old. He was fighting, getting to get a bag of rice so he and his mom could eat. So like this idea, McGregor, I mean, he was poor in Ireland and he was on welfare. I think the guy was doing all right compared to some other fighters. Okay. Like Julio Cesar Chavez that was sleeping in a damn inside a train stall and shit. Well, it was going to come up in the Mexican scene, boxing. All right. I think it pales in comparison. Like, if we're honest. But even then, that's not a way to decide or kind of measure how someone's going to win in a fight or not. It's not. Character in the ring is all that matters, right? McGregor's a good fighter, but he's not as good as advertised. He's not. Not even close, right? I mean, living in a world where people call Mike Tyson overrated, who was an undisputed heavyweight champion. All right. Living in that world, where Tyson also fought an era where, it was deep and heavyweight boxing was one of the most popular sports in the world. But this same world is overrating this dude called McGregor, who has he has like 4 losses right now, right? And everybody wants to tell me how he has magic in the octagon. He has this magic and way of winning that cannot be explained. Apparently it can't, because the dude's getting choked out. He's getting stopped, right? In the Nate Diaz fight, he was running in the end, blatantly running, right? He outweighed Mayweather easily by 20 pounds. It was getting walked down by Mayweather. I mean, this you can't even make this shit up. There's a reason Mayweather didn't try to walk down Maidana, okay? Like, there's a reason he didn't do that. Right? There's a reason. But we have to kind of look at those things, and there you go. They take the cake. And what happened to the, like, I could understand like ignorant people like that don't watch combat sports or casual fans. But like I'll never forget it. Like I remember I listened to the Stone Cold podcast, and Stone Cold Steve Austin was like, "Oh, I have to go with McGregor. He just punches too hard. He's gonna find Mayweather. Like based off what? Based off of what? Skip Bayless, right? Kept telling everybody, "Oh, McGregor's gonna knock him out." Like it was insane. It was absolutely insane. Yes, AJ, the magic. He had the magic touch. The magic touch. The magic touch. Okay. The stars just aligned perfectly for him, and I don't think Dana White knew he wasn't going to win, but he had to play the part to sell the fight. I mean, he had his hands, his greedy hands are digging deep into the money into the pot there. So there you go. Anyways, guys, I do got a roll here. Emergency text coming up here, but okay, Trank on here. What up? Omar07, what up? Okay, Gene says, how long do you think before it takes Ronda route and join WWE? Oh, him? I don't know. He's too small, though, in his case. I mean, he just is. Like, he's way smaller than even, like, AJ Styles. Like, it's insane, you know? But, so I don't know what he could do in WWE, to be honest with you, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, peace out.